We're going to get into philanthropy for just a minute, but talk about hosting, for example, the Peace Awards, Nobel Peace Award in Oslo with Angelica Houston for a concert there. These are some things now that you're looking to do post you're becoming a star in films?
Well, you know, there's something, you know, when you get to go, say, you know, when they said to me, do you want to host the Nobel Peace Prize concert? And if you do, you can pick your co-star and you can interview the Nobel Peace Prize winner for an hour. Well, and you get to stay for a week and be involved with all these previous Nobel Peace Prize winners, be in these conferences with them. Basically, you're going to spend a week with all these Nobel laureates and these great thinkers. When you're with these kind of thinkers, it's really unbelievable. It's really, people who think at this level have really released a lot of conflict. They don't think in terms of conflict. They think in terms of resolution. And to sit with Muhammad Yunus, who developed these microloans, to be able to sit one-on-one with him. I mean, just the moment I met him, I just said, you know, I really would like to hug you. I just feel such a sense of affinity for you. And we started out hugging, and I met his family, and I took some of my family over there, and we ended up just hanging out. We had such a wonderful time, and eventually I helped him bring, you know, microloans to America. It's such a gift to have these kind of invitations that I accept everyone. Every time I have an opportunity to be around people achieve at a greater level than myself, I feel so blessed. It's so extraordinary.
At the UN World AIDS Day, you were made chairman, nominated to be chairman of AMFAR.
Yes.
In support of AIDS research.
Yeah.
Now you accepted right away, you went on to support them even after your term as chairman finished. You still were very much involved in
I'm in the
support of
17th year of my 3-year commitment.
There you go. Now, you were so caught up in it, you've been such a strong supporter of this, and you continue to be.
And that ambulance is very much a symbol of how it is, because 17 years later, we don't have a cure, and we don't have a solution, and no one has lived. People live longer, more hopeful lives, but no one lives from AIDS. And so that is the harsh reality of what it is.
You are known to be one of the best auctioneers around. Now,
my mother says I could sell ice to an Eskimo.
That is fantastic. I mean, you are, you know, you've done so much of this.
Yeah.
I know you use your celebrity in the right manner.
I try to make it fun.
Absolutely. And
yeah.
But the auction part, that's not a simple thing to do.
What I try to remind people is that we have an opportunity to leave a legacy, to do something beyond the moment, beyond where we are right now. And that, you know, we've cured many things. We've ended polio, we've ended the flu, we've ended many, many illnesses before, and all of the life-saving drugs, life-extending drugs that are out there. I mean, we invented nevirapine, which stops mother-to-child transmission, through these auctions that gave grants to scientists that found this drug. And these kind of amazing discoveries were invented in rooms just like this. One of these nights, one of these people, one of you are going to leave the legacy of the end of AIDS. It could be tonight.
Do you think it's going to happen in our lifetime?
I do. We're in stage 2 human vaccine testing. That's why I'm out there getting clean water wells put in third world countries, because we're going to need clean water to take this medicine with. Because even now that mothers have nevirapine, so mothers who have HIV are giving birth to children who don't have HIV. They can't mix that powdered child milk with the filthy water and give that baby cholera. And if they feed it with the breast milk, then they're transmitting AIDS through the breast milk. So to keep that baby HIV free, we have to give them clean water. So we're already halfway there with the nevirapine. So as soon as we get the AIDS drug, we need clean water. So I'm already in it, moving ahead and trying to put in the clean water because I so believe that we're getting there.
A quick shift, India. Have you ever been to India?
I have not been to India, but you know, I was just in Brazil like 2-3 weeks ago, where we raised $1.3 million. And Amphar said, will you come to India and do an AIDS benefit there? We'd like to do something for like 3 days in, how do you say,
Rajasthan?
Rajasthan.
Yes.
And I said, you know, if I come, I can't just come to India for 3 days. Because India is a big place, and I want to go to Jaipur.
Yes.
I really have to see more of India than 3 days. So I have to come to India for at least 10 days because I have to see India.
Absolutely.
And I have to see the Ganges because I'm a Buddhist. So if I don't come to India and see India, and I have also asked His Holiness people to try to schedule it together so that he could be a part of this, because I think it's very important to the Indians.
Well, first of all, it's a large country. It's
Yes.
2/3 the size of the US.
Yes.
There's a lot to see. We have so many cultures, languages, religions.
And you've given
it's
home
diverse.
to
Yes.
HH over there. So
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I wish you'd make that trip very
I
soon.
really want to. I just feel like there's going to be a special something for me in India. I just have such a feeling that there's going to be some, I don't know.
There'll be a connect. I'm sure there will be. Absolutely.
I think so. I mean, God knows I wear all the Indian jewelry and I have Indian saris as curtains in my house, and you know,
Wonderful.
I'm
Wonderful.
crazy about it.
Your take on Bollywood movies. Have you ever seen any?
You know, I got the Bollywood Humanitarian Award.
Ah,
So, of course, I want to be in a Bollywood movie.
that's it.
I do, because if I don't get to sing and dance in a Bollywood movie...
You think you'll be able to do the dance routine?
Of course I do. I can learn anything. And come on, how fun is that? Are you kidding me?
Well, we hope you'll come visit us in India.
Thank you.
Make the trip. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. It'll change your life even further.
Thank you.
Sharon Stone, a true movie star. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Vijay. It's a pleasure to be with you today.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you. You know, that thing that happens the first moment you become famous, where you're like, oh, it's so great, it's so exciting, it's so wonderful, it's exhilarating, oh, it's yay, it's so great. And you know, and then it doesn't stop, and you're like, oh, hell. Oh, no. Really?